Hi everyone, welcome to day 2 of Wealthy and Winning. You guys ready to dive in? I'm so excited to get stuck in today. I hope you got a lot out of yesterday and it's given you a few things to think about. Today we are talking about the limiting belief of I'm just no good with money. I'm not thin enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not blonde enough. I'm not whatever it is, right? I'm not blank enough with money, right? And it is probably one of the most toxic phrases that I hear around money. It's probably only second to I can't afford it. That would probably be the number one most toxic money phrase you could ever say. It's also one of the most common when I speak to women. All three of these beliefs that we're talking about are. So how many times have you heard a friend or family member say this? How many times have you said it? Often it's too many to count because it's such a normal, accepted part of our vocabulary. Don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, this used to be one of my most used phrases. You see, I had this belief that I always screwed up with money. Every time I got pocket money as a child, I would either save it for years, like a full hoarder, or excitedly blow it out on a new Barbie. I am really good at saving money, yet every time I spent the money, even as a child, even as like a 6-7-year-old child, and I got pocket money for taking the laundry basket to the laundry, right? I would feel this overwhelming shame and guilt. Thus, I began this whole story that I just wasn't one of those people who was good with money. And what happens is as we grow up, we start to collect evidence that I wasn't good with money. The time I lost $50 at the shop of my birthday money, Christmas money, it was at Manapara, Foodland, and I swear it was in my wallet and then it wasn't in my wallet. And I was so mad at myself. The time I purchased concert tickets to see Nickelback. Oh my God, don't hate me too much. I literally bought Nickelback tickets with my friends in high school, and we like used coins to give to our friend's mum to buy these tickets back when you had to like go down to the ticket shop in your area. Tickets to go see Nickelback. I should have said a cool concert. I went to lots of cool concerts, right? Why did I just tell you about the Nickelback one? So ashamed. But I bought tickets to this concert and then I needed to buy new sneakers the next week. And my mum was like, well, you shouldn't have bought concert tickets. And I didn't have enough. So every time I bought a new car that in hindsight was not, I was thinking, how they say with men, like thinking with your cock. I wasn't thinking with my cock. I was thinking with like magpie brain, like, oh, pretty shiny new car, right? And so I would buy these cars and be so excited, but then I see my bank account diminish so quickly and I would freak out and tell myself, you're just not good with money. You're not smart enough to handle money, Shona. You're too impulsive. You're not patient enough. I literally have a bracelet that says patience before I started getting tattoos. I have 2 bracelets. One says patience and one says keep fucking going. I actually got that from my best friend, Amber. I get tattoos now. I'm old enough and ugly enough. I've got tattoos. So I will get that tattooed eventually. But I needed to remind myself of patience, right? And this disempowering narrative became my story. And it instantly took me out of the game. It stopped me investing when I could have. It stopped me, living life in the moment, going to concerts and traveling. And I, all the things I desired, I stopped for fear of mismanaging my money. For a long time, it even stopped me from growing my businesses and reaching my full financial potential because I was so terrified of investing in myself and my business for making a bad decision. So one of my benefits, if you've read my book, you will know the Benefits of Broke chapter, of staying small was when I was broke, I didn't have the significant financial responsibility of managing a lot of money. It's crazy to look back at it. But at the time, my subconscious blueprint that was created between 1 and 7 was rooted in the feeling of not being able to handle money. So it was created between 1 and 7, then like reaffirmed every time I had a money fuck up, which you're meant to. Teenagers aren't meant to know how to manage their money. 19-year-old girls are meant to make stupid decisions on handbags and cars, right? And yet I berated myself for this and just created further evidence in my mind that I was really horrible with money, right? I changed this narrative by using intention and awareness of my thoughts and forbidding the phrase, I'm not good with money. I'm not smart enough for money. I'm just like not meant to be, I'm not confident enough to be successful. I forbid all those phrases from my vocabulary. So let's get clear. Being good with money is not a skill that some people are born with and some people are born without, right? It's not like whether you are born with blue eyes or green eyes, you know, or red hair or straight hair. Like it's not something that is decided in utero. Money is a skill, right? And you can decide not to learn about it and not to build a good relationship with it, or you can choose to dive into learning, practicing, and getting comfortable with making and keeping and experiencing large amounts of money. It's your choice, okay? Remember this, that no baby is born being able to talk straight away. I have never seen a baby pop out of its mum and go, "Hi, mum and dad, bit chilly out here. Any chance I could grab some milk in a blanket?" Don't know why the baby had a Cockney accent. Sorry about that. You know, it just doesn't happen like that. Before the baby can talk, he must first learn to move his tongue. He must make noises, learn to babble, then eventually mimic sounds, learn phonics, master a few words, and then put together a sentence. Trust me, I know. I've taken 3 autistic kids through speech therapy. There's a process. It doesn't just happen. So the baby doesn't stop because it just got a bit hard. Baby didn't stop trying to talk because I'm just no good at communicating. It's the same thing with money. You see, when I come out with you with this radical logic and honesty, and it kind of just tears down all the bullshit you had going in your head, right? It's the same with money. It's not that you will never be good with money. It's just that you need to learn a few more skills first. Oprah, Tony Robbins, Leonardo DiCaprio, Warren Buffett, even Beyonce, they were not born with financial savviness as their personality trait. Like you and I, they had to learn along the way to where they are today. So don't let the fear of learning or the fear of trying something new, and yes, the fear of possible failure along the way hold you back, because trust me, Beyonce has failed a lot. Warren Buffett has failed a lot. We learn. So in the words of money queen Amanda Francis, there is no big chalkboard in the sky where someone has written the rule that everyone else is worthy of all the abundance and desire, but not you. It just doesn't exist. It's not a thing. Money is a skill, and there are a million resources out there just waiting to teach you how to master it. All it takes is a bit of initiative. And I often see women come into my programs at a place in their life where they are in debt up to their eyeballs, some even bankrupt, believing that money is out to get them. It's like this evil entity that's chasing them down and hounding them and haunting their dreams, right? Which is not, it's not true. Money is a tool and a resource. So after we do the inner work, they leave my program feeling like a money queen and a financial badass, all because they were ready to let go of the limiting beliefs that were holding them back, and they decided to make money their best friend. Are you prepared to let go of the idea that you are just never going to be good with money? If you are, then there's some action steps for you guys today that you can action and do and take straight away. Number 1, ask your kids if they have learned about a growth mindset in school. Yes, I could probably spend time dedicating another video to teaching you about this, but honestly, a conversation with your little humans about it is going to be much more powerful for both you and them. And chances are, if they go to school in Australia, they've been taught growth mindset versus closed mindset. It's one of the most powerful and potent lessons kids are getting in schools today. And do some research into it together as a family. It will make a profound difference, and I will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars of behavioral therapy sessions. Next thing you can do is dedicate 10 minutes a day or an hour a week, whichever works best for you and your schedule and your style of learning, to learn about money. Obviously, there are heaps of sexy, selfish resources you can access. Hello, I wrote 2 books on this topic. 2 books, right? But also be opening to listening about money podcasts, Googling budget tips, speaking with financial advisors. I have some great recommendations if you're part of my elite membership about financial advisors, and we do bring them in to speak to you guys regularly. So if that's something you want to try before reaching out to a financial advisor personally, I highly recommend it. You can learn about investing or even read some books about wealth. It only takes a few minutes a day, but the more you do it, the more confident you get and the more comfortable you feel with the idea of wealth. Third tip, check in with your money. You are never going to be able to grow your wealth or feel more confident with money if you are hiding from it, avoiding it, neglecting it. It's time to get comfortable with more. So spend 5 minutes every day checking in with your money. Open your bank accounts. Yes, I know, even if it's scary, look at your money and express gratitude for what you do have. Each day as you do this, your confidence will grow and the fear and avoidance will disperse, diminish, disappear, right? And then I want you to be a little bit kinder to yourself. Treat yourself like 7-year-old you. As a baby, when you're trying to learn to walk but stumble and fall, the parents don't say to the baby, God, you are so shit at this. You should be running already and you're never going to get it. Just quit. You're such a shit baby, right? No one says that. Instead, we say, you're doing great. Try again. I'm right here. That's how kind you have to be to yourself. You're doing great. You're learning. Try again. That's what I'm going to leave you with, guys. And I will see you tomorrow. We've got an even more powerful topic for tomorrow. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this episode. Don't forget to tag me in a little photo or video of you watching. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying wealthing and winning so far. Bye.